Why is your Amazon business failing? Why is your listing not converting? How can you drive conversions? How can you drive traffic? We're gonna give you top 4 reasons why we believe your Amazon business hasn't taken off yet, and it could be better. There are way more reasons, budget-wise, distribution, COVID, there's so many things. But just to give you a quick tip, these are the top 4 that might be affecting you, right? So let's get started. One key thing is reviews. Reviews, you need to have good enough reviews. It's not just good enough, you also need to have more reviews and mitigate the chances of getting less than 3-star, even 4-star reviews. 4-star reviews are not that bad, but 3 stars, 2 stars, 1 stars, they're usually not that good, obviously, and that will affect your ranking as well. But the good thing about reviews is that it gives you the leverage to understand what's going on with a product and for you to attack it as soon as possible. For example, if you are selling something that requires measurement of the body, right? And you need to, people are returning it because they didn't understand that it was too small to make for them. You can make an infographic for that, right? Explaining the actual product better. And that way you can optimize and, have less either bad reviews or returns. So it's not just good enough, you need to have effective reviews, okay? Or effective responses to those reviews. Obviously, better service, better rating, higher chances of getting a positive review. Customers are willing to spend 30%, 31% more on business with excellent reviews. If you Google Share Studio right now, you'll see that we have more than 90 plus 5-star reviews by the time we recorded this video. We care a lot for our customers, and I'm not saying this just to make you a sell point, because I'm not. This is just how we act in the company, and the way is give the customer as much as we can so the customer is very, very pleased with the results. Some sort of like Gary V methodology, you would say. By the way, Mari is in the background right now. She's the camera operator. Mari, say hi.
Hi.
All right, let's go. Fail number 2, or why you're failing, tip number 2, high-risk products. Obviously, high-risk products have a higher return rate and a defect rate. For example, technological things, maybe it's a scale and the scale came broken. There's a lot of things that go into it, but high-risk products are definitely not a red flag, but you should be cautious. The good thing about high-risk products is that since a lot of people are not doing them because they're high risk, correct? Means you have less competition and better success rate, or you could have a better success rate. And I'm not saying this because I'm very smart. I actually heard this first from Carlos Alvarez, 9-figure seller. So, when he says something, I really consider it. Most likely that is the way. Really side note, I just made a video, not just right now, but I made a video with Carlos Alvarez about ChatGPT. Go watch that video, it's gonna be at the end of this video, or most likely my team will be able to link it here, or in the comments below. Go watch it. All right, let's go back to the main video. And if you have a low-risk product, great, but most likely the competition is fierce for that. So you can choose products that have a low risk, so you can ensure the profit margin stays competitive. But again, it's, where do you want to stay? If you do choose high-risk products, make sure you're very diligent, very, very diligent on how you source that product. And if you're spending more than $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 just on stock, I personally would go to China and double, triple check all that. We have a recent client, he wasn't selling a high-risk product. His product was actually not that complex. It involved I don't know if this is technological, which I don't think it is, but it involved magnets. He made really good profit, and afterwards, his second shipment, the magnets were defunct, meaning that they weren't working, and guess what? He lost all his money. So be very careful with that. All right, point number 3, lack of advertising. There's, my granny used to say, you cannot sell what you don't show. She still says it, she's still alive. So if you're having a lack of advertisement, nobody's gonna see your product. You might have a bunch of 1 stars, 5 stars, you might have a really good product. Your idea, it might be a unique product, and your idea might be amazing. But if nobody knows it exists, how can people buy it? How can you drive traffic to that, right? Apple does a lot of advertising. Coca-Cola, I think everybody knows the brand Coca-Cola. Still, every December, They come, Pepsi, right? Pepsi, everybody knows Pepsi. They still pay millions of dollars for the Super Bowl ad. Why? Attention. Attention is key. Attention is currency. So don't be that person that invests 90% of their budget into making the product and then 1%, 5% into advertising. That's not really gonna go anywhere. We were actually talking at Wizards of Ecom, and one of our good friends over there, he was like, actually now when I develop a new brand, this is multiple brand owner, I reverse engineer it out. I spent the most amount of money first creating awareness for that product even before it comes out, and then I launch the product. So he's spending first in advertisement, and then he actually develops the product. He said that his split is like 70-30, 70% distributing the word of the actual product or making brand awareness for that product, and the rest is the product. Again, lack of advertisement. The last one is low quality content. So there's this very, very smart, I would say, Amazon seller. He's a very good entrepreneur. He has a software called Data Dive, which is great. And he said this.
So there's many different ways that you can test different images to try to maximize your click-through rate and conversion rate. You can group together. We do a lot of analysis of the competitors' images within Data Dive because we believe that you need to have better content than your competition in order to maximize your performance. If you do the proper steps, preserve the honeymoon, do the proper keyword research, write your listing properly, and then follow the PPC launch strategy, you will rank for a lot of keywords very quickly because you're spiking the algorithm. Just make sure that you go back and you're testing the content to get the right performance. That performance piece is very important. If your content is bad, you will have to lower your price and you will not be able to compete. You might not make a lot of money. You just sell out of that product. Just keep investing in content.
As you can see, Mr. Young is very successful, and if he's saying this after all the data he has from his personal business, on top of that, the software that he has, is for a reason. I remember he and Gary Vee had an interchange of ideas at Sell and Scale, and they literally just talked about content for like a good 5 minutes. So it's very important. Content is king right now, where the attention span is so low and there's so much information clouding us. Like, you're probably watching this video at the same time you're looking through Instagram or TikTok. You have to be content driven. So low quality content is not just enough to have content like you can see here, but good quality content that actually interacts, content that makes you feel good, content that teaches you, it tells you something, tells a story behind something. So having a poor listing will affect your visibility, reputation, sales, and customer retention. That's true. That's so true, guys. The content is the listing. That's the real estate right there. Because your product, most likely, unless it's very, very unique, most likely somebody else can get it done in China for maybe even the same amount of price. Obviously, different logo, different everything, different branding, but most likely it's a product that somebody can also develop in China. So that's how you're gonna stand out, right? Apple. There's a lot of phone companies out there, actually a little bit better phones with better technology. But Apple is Apple, brand awareness, Mac, iPhone. Madi has an iPhone, everybody has an iPhone that I know. And make sure your content is good and attractive. You want to drive traffic. Yes, traffic is important, but you also want to drive conversions. You might be spending a lot on PPC, but now when you drive into that listing, if that listing looks like this, most likely you won't get a sale. You want to get that sale. You want to entice that customer interaction, the customer awareness, those feelings between the product and the consumer. And you must count on advertising strategy to rank on the search page. If you don't see the target, if you don't know where the target is, you cannot hit it, right? So for everything in life, especially obviously for creating content on Amazon, there should be a strategy behind it. If you don't have that strategy, it's gonna get hard to reach that goal. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you have any questions, please make sure to reach out. Schedule a call. It's a complimentary marketing consultation. We won't charge you anything. We can look at your listing, see what you can improve. If you want to work with us, great. I'll make sure to give you a discount. Actually, 20% discount right now. Say Valentine's Day with Mary Walls, and you'll get 20% off if you watch this video. Tell Diego I said that. Send him this video, so you will get it. All right. Again, till next time.